there, Amanda here, and welcome back to my author's journey. If you are someone interested in becoming a published author and you've made it to this video, that means you've done some deep digging into whether or not the endeavor is worth seeing through. Whether you're already an author, just exploring the writing process, or stopping by to catch a glimpse of what's happening with my own author's journey, I want to welcome you here. In the previous video of my author's journey, I spoke a little bit about the importance of examining your motives in becoming a published author. If you took on the challenge of self-reflection and decided to move forward with the intention to publish your work, excellent. And if you thought it through and realized publishing is not for you, at least for now, that's great news too. The exercise and practice of writing is an extremely powerful way to chronicle your life's journey, process emotions or ideas, and so much more. Not all writing is meant for others to read, and that, my friends, is a beautiful gift indeed. I wish I more clearly understood that early on, but what's great about fumbles and stumbles is being able to learn something regardless of a certain circumstance's outcome. For those of you who do want to explore the possibility of publishing, it's time to clarify why. Really think about it. I don't want to hear the Sunday school answer or what you believe others might be impressed by. God forbid this ever happened in real life, but think about it as if somebody had a gun to your head and the regrets of your life started to pass before your mind. Where does publishing fall into that mental moving picture sequence? The crazy truth is, so often in life, we are the ones who are holding ourselves and our dreams hostage. We limit our abilities, interests, even the possibility to nurture a gift or talent to the point of handicapping the very belief systems which create our reality every day. Be it other people's opinions, fear of failure, fear of success, fear of the unknown, not wanting to look like an amateur, or the ever so popular imaginary objection, will anyone ever really want to read what I write anyway? I'm here to tell you, cut the crap. In the most loving and nurturing kind of way, of course. Stop holding your potential hostage and killing off the witnesses. That is to say, the less reckless inner voices of reason and belief. When you can get over yourself and wading through the sludge of all the limiting, negative, and frankly unreasonable, dramatic mental chatter, you're already halfway to author status. Really. If you find the task of quieting those inner thoughts daunting, I get it. Some days are better than others, but the truth is, those thought processes will always live in your head, no matter how many books you crank out or success you find. So instead of trying to win the standoff once and for all, something that's helped me is accepting these inner critics as part of my writing team. They're like the petulant rebel child in the family business, raising hell every day just because they can. Because even if you fire them, you'll always be related and in regular contact, whether you like it or not. So fire those voices in the position of boss and demote their unruly butts to a different job. Once you get the hang of it, reorganizing the proverbial inner writing staff can actually serve your projects well. And you can chill out, start to enjoy the process, and even poke some fun at these equal opportunity voices residing in your head. Remember, you are not your thoughts. Thoughts, good, bad, or indifferent, are just things. You get to decide how much time, energy, and attention you'll feed them. When it comes to writing time, just expect that these loud, needy voices are going to speak up and attempt to distract you from the work every single day. Recognize that what they have to say does in fact come from a deeper place of love. Once you go past the fear clatter, they're just trying to protect you and preserve your sense of self. So thank them for their feedback. Let them know you'll come back to their concerns if you need to, and then get back to the task at hand. Your true self has something important to say, so kick the chatterboxes out of your workspace so you can write. When it comes to the other hypothetical hostage crisis, what came to mind? Why do you want to publish, and what do you want to publish? Do you want to establish professional credibility, create a lead generator for a website? Maybe you want to make a family legacy piece or create a vanity project. The sooner you can clarify why you are writing and to whom you are writing, what you are writing will come way more naturally than you think. Now, here's another author reality. It's definitely not a sexy job, and as all things, it comes at a price. So decide what you're willing to commit to the process, such as your time, budget, and your space. Trying one's hand at published writing is the mental equivalent to hitting the gym. Just because you're paying monthly dues, it doesn't automatically equate to having a champion bodybuilder status. Paying one's dues is an entirely different story. As I work to write mine, I remember Zig Ziglar's wise words. Anything worth doing is worth doing poorly until you can learn to do it well. So, my friends, here's to sucking greatly and sucking up the tough stuff until I fully learn and master the craft. It may take 20 books or 50 years, who knows what. And hey, true mastery may not ever happen in my lifetime. I do this work to grow and to explore new ways to express myself, including knowing when to be silent. And it actually keeps me quite humble. One of the best pieces of advice that I can give you early in the writing or the publishing process is this: detach from the outcome. For those of you who are entrepreneurs, innovators, or inventors, this will probably be one of the most difficult but most important keys to embrace. You're just naturally wired as a visionary to skip to the end of the process and imagine what good looks like. There's nothing wrong with that. You can actually leverage your visionary gifts to your advantage. Or they can prematurely kill off your dream by keeping your most productive hours and attention perpetually sequestered in the alluring land of fantasy. Now, engaging in fantasy isn't all bad, but it can be a very slippery slope, quick to rob you of turning your dream into reality. Those with this visionary gift have a competitive edge, which doubles as an Achilles heel. Harness this gift by intentionally setting aside time solely devoted to letting your mind dream and play. Set a timer or schedule it in a time slot right before a non-negotiable event to ensure a hard stop. Take notes, draw, or screenshot images, and do whatever works best for you to capture the essence of what occurred during this time. Then, take a moment to reflect on what stood out to you. What do you like? What didn't you like? And then put it away. Training your mind to explore regularly helps fuel the creative process as well as support motivation generation. So you'll have both the structure and the capacity to do the work. Keep a journal by your bedside, in your car, or wherever you normally wouldn't be writing, but you can have it the ready for when inspiration strikes. Use it as an idea parking lot for when you're tempted to drift off into fantasy. Just like telling those disorderly thoughts where to go when you're getting off track in self-doubt, having a place for your ideas and visions helps you honor their contribution to the process without derailing the entire operation. When it's time to revisit those ideas during your scheduled vision playtime, you can build on your progress and reverse engineer the vision into actionable steps rather than ride the merry-go-round of salacious fantasy without a purpose. Discipline doesn't mean you are skipping out on all the fun. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Discipline allows for more time and frees up resources to enjoy what you really love and want to achieve. Learning how to be disciplined takes time and practice, and we're always going to be learning and growing in this area. But if you feel that you've fallen short, you can always improve and begin again more intelligently. If you have a goal or dream, whether that has to do with writing or not, and you do it for the sake of doing it, unattached from what it produces outside of you, I want to honor and encourage you. In our culture of glorified overworking and production over people focus, exploring a goal unrelated to a status outcome is an extraordinary state to be. The world needs more people like you. If you haven't already, subscribe to My Author's Journey today for more updates on the writing and publishing process. And in the meantime, check out my podcast, The Goal Next Door, where you can get out of your head and create connection anywhere so you can experience the joy of meaningful connections as you live your life story. Stay wild, stay free, keep chasing those being dreams. Bye for now.